Imagine waking up one morning and discovering strangers in Europe just shared your entire continent amongst themselves. No Africans in the room, no consultation, no respect, no regard. That's the Berlin Conference. A conference that didn't just redraw maps, it redesigned minds all across Africa. And Africa is still healing from that up until today. It happened in Berlin, in a polished room filled with representatives from 14 European countries. They gathered around long tables, maps spread out, borders drawn. To them, Africa wasn't home to millions of people with history. It wasn't home to millions of people with kingdoms. It wasn't home to millions of people with cultures, different cultures. It was just a price. It was just a land filled with resources that they can use. It was a game board. And in that room, they sliced it up like a cake. I want you to hear what I'm saying and just picture it. Picture the level of wickedness. So Germany took Namibia and Tanzania. Britain grabbed Egypt. They grabbed Nigeria. They took South Africa. France stretched from Congo to Senegal. Borders were drawn across deserts, across rivers. They didn't even care. What was where? They just drew it. They just drew the lines. They split kingdoms. They split families. They split languages, even ethnic groups. So the Yorubas were divided. If you think about it, right, we have Yorubas in Nigeria here, in the southwest of Nigeria. And then you have Yorubas in the southeast of Benin. Because when they were drawing those lines, they didn't think about the ethnic groups. They just drew the lines. So now you split the Yorubas who were together, you split them among two countries because of your selfishness. The Somalis were divided. The Ewe, the Maasai, the Bakongo, all split across countries. Lines were drawn by men who had never been to those places. Just imagine the audacity. And those lines still exist today. But you see, the real wound wasn't the maps. It was the psychological message it sends to Africans. The psychological message that your history does not matter. The psychological message that your identity is irrelevant. I do not care who you are. I don't care what you stand for. You don't matter. So colonial borders forced people who once lived together in harmony to become rivals. It created countries without unity. So Yorubas here now, they are different from Yorubas in Benin Republic. Because of course, they are different countries, so in your mind, they are different. When you control borders, you control identity. Obviously, because borders are gates. When you divide people, you weaken them. The colonizers understood this. And that's why Africa's journey today, from Lagos to Nairobi to Kigali, is not just about development. It's about undoing decisions made in a room thousands of miles away by men who never imagined Africa would rise again. But guess what? Africa will rise because we are going to get our identity back and fight this slave mentality that we have all around Africa. It's going to happen. The moment enlightenment begins, that's the moment progress starts. It's a battle, it's a war. You need to fight mentally, physically, economically, diplomatically, every way you can. You fight. The Berlin Conference didn't break Africa forever, but it did break the illusion that the world will ever play fair. They will never play fair. That is the point. And you need to get it. People still talk about, oh, that is not what it is. They are not playing fair. They have seen you as idiots. So they are not playing fair. They feel they can come here and grab anything and you won't do anything. And, well, we don't. But you need to understand, they are not playing fair. In 1884, Europe had a meeting about Africa and did not invite Africa. And those borders they drew then, they still influence and shape our politics, our conflicts, and our identity. Understanding this moment is key to understanding modern Africa. Those lines were drawn to divide us. Those lines were drawn to conquer us, and they are not playing fair. Please understand it. Please understand it. Let your thinking be rewired. Until next time.